In 2.3.11, we're given this capital F of x, and notice when you're given this capital F of x, that is the CDF. It's the cumulative distribution function. It's the CDF, again, for cumulative probabilities, it tells you all the probability up to a certain x. It's not the PDF. Okay, so keep that in mind while you do these problems. So part A says find the expected value. And we know that expected value, or mean, or average, is always going to be equal to the integral of x times little f of x dx, where this little f of x is the PDF. But we don't have the PDF, we have the CDF. So first, we have to do step 1, we have to find the PDF. Okay. Now as far as this, you just have to memorize all the relationships. So if you have capital F of x, the CDF, and you want to find the PDF, you take the derivative. Take the derivative of the CDF. So the derivative of x squared over 16. When you take the derivative, the 1 over 16 just kind of comes out, and the derivative of x squared is 2x. So we get x over 8. And again, it's for x's between 0 and 4, because that part doesn't change as you switch back and forth from CDF to PDF. So here is our PDF. So we can say that little f of x equals x over 8. Now that we found the PDF, we can find the expected value. So sometimes you're given the PDF and then you get to skip step 1. But sometimes you're given the CDF, and so before you can find expected value, you have to take a side step here and find the PDF. But we found it, so now let's find our expected value, which is the integral of x times f of x dx. So in our case, it will be the integral. We only care about x's from 0 to 4, so those are our limits, of x times f of x, which is, again, this x over 8 dx. So we're trying to integrate from 0 to 4, x squared over 8 dx. The 1/8 can just come out, so we have the integral from 0 to 4 of x squared dx, because you can always just bring your coefficients out. So let's see, so that 1/8 is still there. You'll take the x squared, raise the power by 1, divide by your new power, and evaluate it from x equals 0 to 4. So 1 over 8, and then divide by 3 again, means we're going to have 1 over 24. Plug in the 4 on the top, so 4 to the third minus 0 to the third. All this gives us 2.67. Okay, so that is our expected value, or our mean. Now, part B. Find the median. So to find the median, that's always the point where you have half the probability is less than x and half the probability is greater than x. So to do that, you say, okay, well, I want to take capital F of x, or my CDF, and set it equal to 0.5 for half and solve for x. The reason why is that will give you the x value that has half the probability below it and half the probability above it. So in our case, that's x squared over 16 is our CDF. We'll set it equal to 0.5 and solve for x. So you would multiply both sides by 16, so you get x squared equals 8. So here we have x squared equals 8, and if you want to solve that for x, you would take the square root of both sides, and we get x equals the square root of 8. Now technically, normally that would be a positive or negative, but again, we only care about x's from 0 to 4, so we'd only care about the positive value.